It has already been said that lexicology is a branch of linguistics which studies words, and we dedicated whole lecture to the definition of a word as a linguistic phenomenon. And now, as you already learned that the major goal of lexicology is a word, and since you have certain knowledge about the nature of a word, let us speak about the purposes of the course in general. The course has multiple purposes: getting acquainted with the fundamentals of the word theory and with the main problems associated with English vocabulary. We shall be dealing with the study of the vocabulary, as well as the word, which is its fundamental unit, at a given stage of its development, and also in the context of the processes through which it grew, developed, and acquired its modern form. So what a word was centuries ago and has been throughout its history. So we shall be dealing with the processes by which words acquire new meanings, or on the contrary, by which words lose old meanings. The course includes the study of the meaningful relationships between words, the study of the semantic characteristics of the word on the basis of its typical contexts and in its relationships with other words in the vocabulary system. For example, synonymy and antonymy. The course also embraces word building, how English words are made, affixation or derivation, conversion, composition, etc. And it also embraces phraseology, idioms, which students usually find interesting and in a way entertaining. The lectures were mainly compiled from the book English Lexicology, published in 1999. We owe thanks to different authors of this book. The book embraces theory and practical exercises in the one volume, the two parts being integrated. The authors tried to establish links between the theory of lexicology and the reality of living speech. The authors present the material in comprehensible style to meet the reader on the level of half informal and half formal style, and I want to encourage my students to read the book, as well as of course some other sources which will be presented during seminars for seminar work and independent work. We used some theoretical foundations from the book Semantics by Covey, published in Oxford 2009. And we're very grateful to this book, which offers a comprehensive treatment of lexical semantics. And of course, I want to encourage my students to read this book as well. The course will help you gain some information about the vocabulary resources of modern English, about the complex nature of meaning that we have already tried to discuss and we're supposed to speak further during our coming meetings. It will also help you study the word in its relationships with other words in the vocabulary system. So a word may be studied in comparison with other words of similar meaning. And I want to emphasize probably one of the most important advantages of this course. It gives immeasurable help in language learning process. The course is mainly intended for English language students, but those students who are interested in learning language at a deeper level and whose command of English is sufficient to enable them to do the course are also welcome, of course. Each lecture contains both theory and practical work, different kinds of exercises for seminar and independent work. And now finally, let us try to sum up our lecture. We tried to answer the question what lexicology is, and we said that lexicology is a part of linguistics which studies words, their nature, their meaning, their history, their use, relations between words, semantic relations, word groups, and the whole stock of words, whole vocabulary. And then we tried to define the word as a linguistic phenomenon. And we said that the word is a unit of speech. The word can be perceived as the total of the sounds which comprise it. And the word, viewed structurally, possesses several characteristics. it has external structure and it has internal structure. By external structure of the word, we mean its morphological structure. For example, in the word post-impressionists, the following morphemes can be distinguished: the prefixes post, im, the root press, the noun-forming suffixes in, ist, and the grammatical suffix of plurality s. All these morphemes constitute the external structure of the word post-impressionists. The internal structure of a word or its meaning is nowadays commonly referred to as the word's semantic structure. This is certainly the word's main aspect. Hence, words serve the purposes of human communication solely due to their meanings. And the area of lexicology specializing in the semantic studies of the word is called semantics. We said that semantics is a study of meanings and tried to answer the question what meaning is. The meaning can be more or less described as a component of the word through which a concept is communicated, in this way endowing the word with the ability of denoting real objects, qualities, actions, and abstract notions. Then we spoke about formal unity of a word, and we said that the formal unity of the word can be illustrated by comparing a word and a word group comprising identical constituents. The difference between a word blackbird and a word group a black bird is best explained by their relationship with grammatical system of the language. The word blackbird, which is characterized by unity, possesses a single grammatical framing. The first constituent, black, is not subject to any grammatical changes. In the word group a black bird, each constituent can acquire a grammatical form of its own. For example, the blackest bird I've ever seen. Then we spoke about the semantic unity of the word, and we said that the same example may be used to illustrate what we mean by semantic unity. In the word group a black bird, each of the meaningful words conveys a separate concept: bird, a kind of living creature, and black, a color. The word blackbird conveys only one concept: the type of bird. This is one of the main features of any word. It always conveys one concept, no matter how many component morphemes it may have in its external structure. A further structural feature of the word is its susceptibility to grammatical employment. In speech, most words can be used in different grammatical forms in which their interrelations are realized. That is what we call susceptibility to grammatical employment. And finally, we tried to define the word as a linguistic phenomenon. And we said that the word is a speech unit used for the purposes of human communication, materially representing a group of sounds, possessing a meaning, susceptible to grammatical employment, and characterized by formal and semantic unity.